as well, of course.
Well, let's go back to how you prioritize resources, because instead of staffing resources outside of their remit, which I think that full litany of rules that I just read are outside of your boundaries and outside of your remit, you're also not prioritizing staff and you're not prioritizing rulemaking for areas that desperately need it. And here I'm talking about setting in place a constructive set of rules of the road for the crypto industry. This is an innovative industry. It's an industry that the United States should be leading on, yet other jurisdictions in other countries are setting up rules for their ecosystems. Yet what happens here with the SEC and with the CFTC is constant roadblocks and a lack of certainty. And what's happening is that this innovative industry is finding itself increasingly pushed offshore. I don't think that's the result that we want to have here in America. And I certainly think a far better allocation of resources, rather than putting it against the private funds rule or predictive data analytics rule, would be to focus on setting in place rules of the road for innovative markets like this. I want to take, for example, the years-long process that it took to approve Bitcoin's ETF. And that only happened recently. And it happened in the wake of a court finding that your grounds for disapproval was warrantless. And I'm just very puzzled that in light of the most recent court ruling, why we haven't fully approved the issuance of Ether ETFs. Chairman Benham, I'm going to turn to you. Is Ether a commodity? A yes or no answer will do.
Yes.
Chairman GENSLER, same question. Is Ether a commodity?
Senator, we actually, as an agency, did approve Ethereum exchange-traded
Only
products.
partially. It's not, the approval is not complete.
Well, we address ourselves to the filings in front of us, and we approved it. And
so you're saying that all Ether applications have been approved by the SEC that are pending right now?
Ethereum exchange-traded product of filings that were in front of us from stock exchanges, I think there were 8 or 9 of them, were all jointly approved. Individual issuers still are working through the registration process that's working smoothly, and I would envision sometime over the course of this summer, those are just disclosure
That's great
documents.
news. If you're committing to me that those applications will be approved by the end of the summer, I appreciate that. We've got to get this market.
Yeah, we've already approved, and if I can say just a little bit further, the Ethereum exchange-traded product, we actually last summer had already, based upon a well-regulated market, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange has Ethereum futures contracts that are 3 or 4 years old already. Based upon that well-regulated market, even last summer we had, there were Ethereum exchange-traded products, it was called ETFs, based upon those Ethereum futures last summer. That's already happened.
Well, I take it from your answer then that the applications that are still pending for Ether, this would be very helpful to the marketplace to get this clarified, that you're ready to approve those. You'll get those done this summer, is that what you said?
Again, that's done at a staff level, but it's just disclosure and registration, and those registration statements have to have the proper disclosures and go through before they go what's called effective.
Well, the
but we've
Bitcoin
already,
ETF
as a
approval
commission,
was
already
important.
approved the
Ether needs to be approved as well, completely. I'm going to move quickly on to another